Look, I don't even need to explain what's going on in this video. All I need to tell you is that after watching this video, your minds will be changed because these points are just not going to give you an argument. Yo, what is going on, everybody? As you can see by the title, today we got a very special video, very controversial video. Why Donovan Mitchell and why Rudy Gobert are overrated, and why the Utah Jazz are just a little overrated too. I mean, if a team's two best stars are overrated, then that means the team's pretty much overrated. Now, I'm going to start giving reasons on one player and then go to the other player. So who should I start off with? Rudy Gobert it is. So look, let's just get right into it. This man won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards, and this is bogus. This is bogus. To be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, you have to be an all-around defender, at least in my book. In my opinion, you can't be a Defensive Player of the Year if you're not an all-around beast. Now, that's why I think Draymond Green is a more inclined player to win Defensive Player of the Year, because he is a more all-around defender. Now, let me ask you a question. When you see Rudy Gobert try to defend someone on the perimeter, what happens? He gets blown by, okay? How are you going to give Defensive Player of the Year to this? Like, I get he averaged 3 blocks a game. I get he gets the rebounds, but you can't be Defensive Player of the Year if you're not an all-around defender. He's just a shot blocker. He's just a shot blocker and a paint disruptor, okay? Obviously, he's a good defender down low, and he averages 3 blocks a game. Now, the only part of the basketball court where he's good at anything on the court is in the painted area. Now, let's move on to reason 2. Reason 2 of why he's overrated is he can't even shoot from 7 feet away from the basket. Like I just said, everything that Rudy Gobert does operates in the paint. For him to be listed as an elite center, you can't just be a paint player. This isn't the goddamn 80s. I'd say about 55 to 65% of big men nowadays are shooting. Rudy Gobert does not know how to shoot a basketball. This man hasn't even shot a three-pointer in his entire career. And you're trying to tell me he's one of the best centers in the league. I don't think so. Now, I know everything's not about three-pointers, but he can't even shoot a mid-range shot. If you look at the top 3 centers in the NBA, Karl-Anthony Towns, Nikola Jokic, and Joel Embiid. That wasn't in order, by the way, just so you guys don't get heated. But look, those are obviously the top 3 centers in the league. All of them can shoot. And all of them have something about their game that breaks them apart from the tier 2 centers in this league. For example, Karl-Anthony Towns is a very skilled post player. Nikola Jokic is one of the best playmakers in the league. Joel Embiid is athletic for his position and can shoot from anywhere on the court while being able to work in the post like a monster. Rudy Gobert, he blocks shots, grabs rebounds, and places the ball in the basket. So, if y'all are still trying to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league after hearing that, I don't think so. Now, I'd say almost half of his points come off of offensive rebounds and just mismatches. When was the last time you saw Rudy Gobert do a post hook, a post fadeaway, any post move? All his moves are just in the paint. Now, I know he's dominant, but his game is so limited on the defensive end and the offensive end. So Rudy Gobert has a very, very small skill set. He can't even dribble at all. When was the last time you saw Rudy Gobert do an in-and-out crossover drive to the paint? If you ask me the same thing for Nikola Jokic, Cat, or Joel Embiid, I'd say probably last game, because you always see them doing explosive moves driving to the paint, but not for Rudy Gobert. So yeah, I'm going to say Rudy Gobert isn't talented offensively, okay? So to recap, Rudy Gobert can't shoot, can't pass, can't dribble, isn't athletic in any way, and he can't defend outside of the paint. And y'all are sitting here telling me he's a top 5 center in the league. Like, what are you guys gonna tell me that goes against my argument? Everything I stated was facts. Now let's move on to Spida Donovan Mitchell. Now look, Donovan Mitchell's a very talented player. He's a very talented scorer. I like Donovan Mitchell. But he's overrated, and I'm just gonna be honest. The Donovan Mitchell-Devin Booker comparison is completely bogus. In my opinion, D-Book is way better than Donovan Mitchell. But we're gonna get into that later. Let's start with the first reason why Donovan Mitchell is overrated. Number 1, he is not efficient from the field at all. This dude shoots 43% from the field as an NBA superstar. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie, okay? That's just a fact. 43% is atrocious, especially for an NBA superstar. Now, you guys are probably sitting there saying, oh, Donovan Mitchell takes so many shots, though. Well, look at Devin Booker. This dude probably has like a 45% usage rate, and he shoots 49% from the field, while averaging more points per game, while averaging more assists per game. So, obviously, just by those numbers, Donovan Mitchell is not better than Devin Booker. I don't know what this whole all-star thing was, probably because of the record. But look how talented that Jazz team is. They have Bojan Bogdanovic, one of the most underrated players in the NBA, 20-point scorer. Donovan Mitchell, Mike Conley. I know he's had a down season, but he's still very talented. And he's obviously a veteran. So they have Rudy Gobert, the stud center. And they have Jordan Clarkson off the bench. They have Royce O'Neal. They have a lot of good players. Emmanuel Mudiay, Joe Ingles. These are all key pieces and a very good coach. And it just feels like Donovan Mitchell is holding him back. Number 2 reason. This dude, Donovan Mitchell, is average at every aspect besides scoring. Donovan Mitchell is, before y'all go crazy, I will admit that Donovan Mitchell is an elite scorer in this league. He knows how to get the ball in the basket, I'll give him that. But, like I said, he's not efficient. And he's average at every other aspect besides scoring. He's not really a good defender, average at best. Not an amazing three-point shooter, not a really good passer, and he doesn't rebound. The only 2 things he's good at is scoring and just being an Energizer bunny. And him only putting up 4 assists per game, as someone who plays point guard a lot of the time, is just not going to cut it. The Jazz are 41-24 with a very, very talented team. So yeah, he's very limited to one aspect of the game. He can just score. He literally just score. Just score, score, score. Can't do anything else on the basketball court. And you're trying to tell me he's better than Devin Booker and he's all this, all that. Well, Devin Booker's chilling over here, taking like 99% of the shots and shooting damn near 50% from the field while averaging 7 assists. Devin Booker shoots way more threes than Donovan Mitchell, and they have the exact same percentage. How does that work? Third reason I have is, over the years, Donovan Mitchell hasn't really improved in the slightest. Now, we definitely had a sophomore slump last year, and the Jazz, at this point in the season, had pretty much the exact same record. Now he comes back this year, barely having a better season than he had last year. He's been inconsistent, and the Jazz have pretty much the same record. Like, he is not improving, and as the leader of this team, the team's not improving. Now, I know you're going to be like, oh, Devin Booker, oh. First of all, the Suns have never had a really good coach. The Jazz have Quinn Snyder, who's an elite coach in this league. Second of all, the Jazz have way more firepower than the Suns do. So they're supposed to be winning. I don't even know what you could say. Like, Devin Booker's doing everything he can, and he's playing better than Donovan Mitchell. Actually, you know what? I'm talking all this. Let's just experiment it. Let's switch Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell's roles right now. I'll put it in the 2K right now. Let's do it. Devin Booker and Ricky Rubio for Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley. The only reason I have to throw in Ricky Rubio and Mike Conley is to make the salary caps match. But this is a pretty even trade. So we're going to see what Donovan Mitchell does to this Phoenix Suns team and see how much better Devin Booker makes this Jazz team. According to 2K, if these two teams traded their 2 stars, the Jazz would have an even record and the Suns would go 32-50. So obviously Donovan Mitchell does not make the Phoenix Suns any better than what they are. According to 2K, the Jazz won't really get any better than what they are, but you know, this is a video game. I don't even know why I did the simulation. But look, this just shows that Donovan Mitchell will not make this team any better than what it is. He put up 26 points per game, 3.5 rebounds a game, and 2.9 assists. And look, this is a team with not that many scorers. So he should be putting up more PPG in my opinion. Let's see what Devin Booker did over here. Devin Booker put up 26.5 points per game, 4 and 4. So even with a bunch of scorers on this team. So obviously Devin Booker had the better season. Other teams the most wins. But yeah, this just proves that Donovan Mitchell won't make this Suns team any better. To be honest, I don't even know why I did that experiment. 2K is just a video game, and we all know 2K is just stupid, bad game. But yeah, that's besides the point. The last reason is Donovan Mitchell isn't clutch in the playoffs. Donovan Mitchell in his 3 years has been with an elite team who's made the playoffs 3 times, who's been highly ranked 3 times, and it's not made it past the second round 3 times. Being the leader of that team, Donovan Mitchell has not led his team well in the playoffs. And Rudy Gobert. I'm not going to go back to Rudy Gobert, but Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell do not equal clutch, okay? You saw what the Trailblazers did making it to the Western Conference Finals. That's called clutch. Damian Lillard was being clutch. Okay, that's what's called clutch. The Jazz have a better all-around team than the Trailblazers, and the Trailblazers still made it that far just because Damian Lillard is that clutch. So yeah, there are literally facts behind what I'm saying. Donovan Mitchell can't come up big in the playoffs. He's gotten eliminated in the first round all but 1 year, except one where they won in 6 games and just got blown out in the second round. So yeah, the Jazz have a really good team, but it's not going to go anywhere with Donovan Mitchell as the primary superstar. Anyways, guys, I want you to tell me what you think down below. I'm ready to start some arguments. I'm ready to start some conversations. Tell me what y'all think. And yeah, I already made a video about Kyrie Irving being overrated. It's in the link in the description. That was a while ago though, so but if y'all want to watch that, make sure to go watch that because it's also very controversial. So I'll see you guys in the next one. We're going to be uploading a lot because it's quarantine and we don't have anything else to do. So I'll catch y'all in the next one.